Let's talk about music for a second. Think about when you're in your car driving along and there's a great song that you love and you tap your foot to the music. Well, that means that you already understand meter and measurement, the ways in which we organize musical or lyrical poetry. And a sonnet, a 14-line poem, uses a very specific kind of beat. So when we think about that, let's take a look at what you're familiar with. On the right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see a little piece of text from Macbeth. And if you read it using the beats, you'll notice that it reads something like, fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake, eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. It's a nice rhythmic sound, sounds like a chant. And in fact, it sounds a lot like you could sing it as a song. Well, the sonnet works the same way. Let's take a look at the sonnet you're about to study. Let's take a look at the first couple of lines. You're going to notice that there are 10 syllables, more or less, in each of the lines, and you're going to notice that you can speak those lines in a very particular way. If we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs. So you'll notice that each of those lines has 10 syllables. 10 is where, if you just want to know whether or not you're looking at Iambic Pentameter, the fastest way to do it is to count the syllables. If there are 10, then ask yourself if the syllables are grouped into twos, like this. If we must die, let it not be like hogs. And what you're noticing is that the first sound is unstressed. The second sound is stressed. This is a single foot, one measurement of the line. If there are 5 of these, that's 2 syllables multiplied by 5, you get 10. Penta is a really fancy way of saying 5, like pentagon, pentagram. So if your sonnet has 10 syllables in a line, and each of the syllables can be paired together as an unstressed and distressed, you're probably looking at Iambic Pentameter.